Now, final score with Troy Lynch on Fox 16.
How does a kid from a small D2 school in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, make it to 5 Super Bowls and the Hall of Fame?
Kick out, Moody, corner 3, got it.
That's what sports are all about. Hey, welcome on into the final score. I'm Troy Lynch. Just another week of Arkansas sports making some headlines today. We begin with the biggest news of the week coming from Canton, Ohio. 2 Arkansas legends were inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Saturday. And we're going to start with Ouachita Baptist great Cliff Harris. This guy was fantastic from growing up in the small town of Arkadelphia to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Cliff Harris is quite the story. Harris played high school ball at a few different places in Arkadelphia area. Then he went on to play D2 college ball at Ouachita Baptist University for the next 4 years. After he was done playing collegiately, the safety signed as a free agent with the Dallas Cowboys, becoming the only rookie starter on the team that year. And that sparked a 10-year career with the Cowboys, winning 2 Super Bowls and also being a 6-time Pro Bowler. In his speech yesterday, he spoke all about his Arkansas roots and how it shaped the Hall of Famer he is today.
I grew up in the mountains of Hot Springs, Arkansas. My junior year, in high school, I was a second-string junior varsity quarterback. Most of the coaches and players doubted I would play past the 9th grade, much less make it to the Hall of Fame. Then, fortunately, my senior year, I moved to the small town of Des Arc, Arkansas. It was the best move of my life. There, I quarterbacked an undefeated team, and my football life was about to change. I received 1 scholarship offer from the mighty Ouachita Baptist Tigers, where my dad played football. How does a kid from a small D2 school in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, make it to 5 Super Bowls and the Hall of Fame? I may be the only one who knows how truly that chance was, slim that chance was. But if I can make it, anyone can achieve their goals. The key is to never quit, never give up. Keep trying, keep learning, and keep growing.
What a speech by Cliff. Does anybody else want to just run through a wall after that? I'm so hyped up and motivated. That was awesome. It was also a pretty big day for former Hogs Steve Atwater, who also got enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. While on the hill, Atwater switched from quarterback to safety. It was a pretty good decision. 14 interceptions later, he's still the school record holder for career INTs. Not a bad statute, too. Atwater was drafted 20th overall by the Denver Broncos, where he started an illustrious 11-year career in the NFL, winning 2 Super Bowls and being an 8-time Pro Bowler.
To my University of Arkansas coaches, Ken Hatfield, Bobby Trott, and Fred Goldsmith, and all of my Hogs fans in the building and my teammates, thank you.
With the 14th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Moses Moody from the University of Arkansas.
What a moment. Can you believe that this was only last week? I mean, time flies when you're one of the best basketball players in the world. That's right, Little Rock native and former Razorback Moses Moody hit the lottery in the 2021 NBA Draft, going 14th overall to the Golden State Warriors. It seems like just the other week when Moody was helping the Hogs reach the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament. However, not even a week later, the first one-and-done player in Razorback history started his pro career. And it was the second game of the NBA's California Classic, and Moody had a pretty memorable debut against Miami. How about a corner 3 to kick things off? First professional points, not bad. The 19-year-old was everywhere and doing everything. 19 points of 7 of 18 shooting and 7 rebounds. Moody led the team in points and was second in rebounds. However, the Warriors couldn't handle the heat, losing 92 to 87. And we still have the Summer League to look forward to. This is going to be a lot of fun. We have 5 pro Hogs who are looking to do some damage this summer. Take a look at the list right here. Of course, we have Moody and then a couple of guys who are on the roster this past season. Justin Smith, he's doing some work with the Miami Heat. And then Jalen Tate is with the Houston Rockets. And we also have 2 others from a year ago. The Philadelphia 76ers 2020 second-round pick Isaiah Joe and 2020 co-SEC Player of the Year Mason Jones. First games were today, and then we're going to see basketball until August 17th, and then that's when the real season begins. Hey, after the break, we have our Final Score feature. We're going to check in on one of the best football recruits in the state. We're also going to give you the scoop of how the Razorbacks and Red Wolves are doing in their first week of football practice. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching Final Score on Fox 16. You're watching Final Score on Fox 16.
Oh, I love it. You got to remember this. Arkansas landing 4-star Joe T. Robinson offensive lineman Amarian Harris. Man, a great day for Hog fans. That was a fun event to be a part of. But before the number 2 recruit in the Natural State heads on up to the Hill, he's got some unfinished business in his last year at Joe T. Robinson. The Senators ended 2020 with a 3-point loss to Stuttgart in the second round of the playoffs, and Harris led the Senators to a 4A state title in 2019. And now he wants to end his high school career with another.
He's big. He's bad. Actually, he's really good.
This will be his 4th year as a starter. I think he'll end up playing more snaps as a Robinson center than anybody in school history.
Feeling a security, a safety, like you know he got you.
He's mean. Wait, no, he's not.
He's probably the nicest kid on our team.
He's a great guy. He's always laughing and joking and just having fun.
And thanks for the early Christmas present.
Four-star Arkansas offensive line commit Amarian Harris has won last year at Joe T. Robinson High, where he only has one thing on his mind.
I want to win a state championship with the fellas. It'll be pretty great.
However, now that Harris is committed to play in the SEC, he knows there will be a bigger target on his back.
I get the same from my dad. Everybody bleed the same way I do. So, I just go out and play football, really.
He works hard, and he's surrounded by some really good players.
When we're on the field, he's work ready and ready to go, and that's what I like about him.
Ever since this gentle giant chose to play for Arkansas, life hasn't been the same.
It really changed a lot, really. I got more people that's looking up to me now and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing.
Now all there's left to do before heading to the Hill, win a second state championship.
Forward to that. Hey, we're less than a month away from Arkansas football opening up its season against Rice. Practice finally got started this past week, and the team is projected to finish 6th in the SEC West, which, let's be honest, is never good. However, here's the silver lining. The Hogs are returning 19 starters and have 23 seniors on the team. Now, is that good coming from a 3-7 season last year? Well, it's sure better than the years before it. Head coach Sam Pittman said that this is the most veteran group he's ever coached, and that's something to look forward to.
There's not many teams, in the country that ever bring back 19 starters, and I wouldn't imagine. I think Kirby said it. We have 23 seniors. We have probably the most seniors coming back. We have veteran players, guys that'll play hard and they're tough and they're knowledgeable and are leaders. You've seen it in every sport that you have a chance, and a lot of times a better chance.
Listen, he's not a returning starter, but all eyes are going to be on redshirt sophomore quarterback KJ Jefferson coming into this season. Jefferson was Felipe Frank's backup quarterback in 2020, starting only one game against Missouri. However, all of his teammates said that he proved himself in that game, scoring 4 total touchdowns. Pittman said that he really liked Jefferson's accuracy in the first week of practice this past week, and the offense is going to run more RPO plays, which stands for run pass option. So unlike Franks, Jefferson can really run the ball. So if you ask KJ's teammates about himself, well, you're going to find a lot of confident Hogs.
I'm 100% confident in KJ. You know, that's my boy, but basically like blood. And you know, for him to come in against in the Missouri game and show us what he could do, that just showed a lot of us. I know it showed the defense and the offense, you know, that he's capable of leading this team.
From the start of the year, you know, when Felipe came in, you know, it was like anybody could have been down and been like, oh, I thought this was my year, but he never had the attitude. He just came in ready to work and was just a sponge. I mean, he soaked in more information, tried to learn from Felipe and everything. When it was his time, he stepped up and he made plays and he showed that he can lead this team.
This offseason, the main thing I was just mainly working on was the little small details like film, getting extra hours in film room and in the weight room with co-walker, working out, doing different stuff about shoulder work, mobility, just the little thing that's going to separate me.
The little things, but he's looking pretty big right now. That might separate him too. Let's talk some Fun Belt football. 2020, not so fun for Arkansas State, who had its first losing season in a decade, going 4-7 and 2-6 in conference play. That marked the end of the Blake Anderson era, who ran the program for 7 years, going to 6 bowl games and winning 2 conference titles. That's over now. Now it's time for the Butch Jones era. Jones is fresh off 3 years of being Alabama head coach Nick Saban's special assistant and offensive analyst. He's now back in the head coaching game, this time in Jonesboro. Despite the rough year, the Red Wolves are picked to finish second in the Sun Belt West. However, here's the kicker. They had no players selected in the preseason all-conference teams. A-State has a tough road ahead to prove the doubters wrong. The Red Wolves have 2 top 25 opponents on their conference schedule, with Appalachian State and just missing being ranked, and also trips to Tulsa and Washington. We're also close to joining the top 25 club.
Being a tough football team and a tough-minded individual is the ability to fight and work through adversity. And we had a lot of adversity today, and it wasn't even hot. So these individuals need to learn how to take care of their bodies their asset, and now they understand exactly what's expected of them. You know, I take a lot of what we did at Alabama, but also a lot of what we did at the other 3 places, and you basically combine to what you think you need.
It's going to be a good year for A-State. I can feel it. A-State's going to open up its season at home September 4th against the University of Central Arkansas. So yes, the rivalry continues. And so does the final score. When we come back, we got your Sunday superlatives, and we're going to do a little bit of dancing. Come on, Disco Donnie's in the house. Let's go.
You're watching Final Score on Fox 16. You're watching Final Score on Fox 16.
Hey, time to have some fun on this wonderful Sunday. We're going to do that with our Sunday superlatives. The first one requires a lot of dancing. So if you feel inclined and you want to dance along, maybe not like what I'm doing right now, you can go ahead and do that. But our fan of the week is no stranger to the spotlight. It's Disco Donnie. Yeah, you could spot him from a mile away, which is what exactly happened last night. Check out the gold suit. He's also got some diamond shoes too. We found him at the Arkansas Travelers game yesterday. That's one of the usual spots for him. And even though the Travelers were down 5-0 in the top of the first inning, Disco Donnie, he was livening up the crowd with some sweet moves. Check that out. I don't even know what you call that right there. But we got a one-on-one with Sir Disco so he could tell us all about his outfit.
Shiny gold jacket, shiny pants, shiny shoes. I'm an entertainer.
He most certainly is. Hey, let me know on social media if you think I should get an outfit like that. I think it'd be good for the final score. And I will wear it on a future show. So you can go ahead and find me at Mr. Troy Lynch on Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, and let me know. Hey, we only have one superlative this week. I know, it's kind of disappointing, but don't worry. We got the top plays of the week right after the break.
I'm Buck James, and you're watching The Final Score.
You're watching Final Score on Fox 16.
It took a week off, but Words with Friends is back. You gave me some random words and phrases on social media. I took 5 of them I'm going to use them in these top 5 plays of the week. So you try to see if you can guess what the words or phrases are. Let's get right into it. Let's go to number 5, Travs versus the Naturals. First batter for Arkansas, and Jack Larson goes yard, son. Just carried. The wind probably took it. Didn't come down until it left the yard. 1 batter, 1 hit, 1 run. It's just how the Travs work. However, the rest of the game is kind of like how gefilte fish taste. Not good. Travs lose this one 7-3. Number 4. Listen, if I wanted waffles, I'd just go to Waffle House. But if I wanted basketball highlights, I'd watch Moses Moody's pro debut. Look at the rookie just slamming the ball home like he's an NBA vet. 19 points on the day and 7 rebounds. The pro hog cooling the heat off with this play. See what I did? And we might see him again in just a second. How about some Little League Baseball for the top 3 plays? Team Arkansas in Waco, Texas for the regional tournament against Texas East. Look at Sam Hurtado making a sweet snag, keeping Texas off the scoreboard. He's a weapon of mass destruction in the outfield. No fly ball is safe. Arkansas lost both games in the regional tournament, but what a great ride for them. Congrats to Team Arkansas making it all the way to Waco. Number 2, back to Moody's pro debut. Check this out. Look, Ma, no eyes and 1 hand. Would you believe me if I told you he was a rookie? Slick pass for the easy layup. Moody's coach told him to take the defense and punish him. Can't wait to see more of this in the Summer League. It's going to be fun. The best play of the week is so good, it should be illegal. Comes from the Cal Ripken World Series in Branson, and the Bryant 12s don't just get 1 out or 2 outs. They get a triple play. I'm calling it. This is the play of the year. I'm not even embarrassed saying that. That's 6, 4, and 3 against Ohio Valley. Come on, you do not see this very often. Shout out to all the players on the Bryant's 12s because that was the most impressive thing we've seen in a while. Wow. Thank you to whoever sent us that video, and thank you to all who submitted the words and phrases this week. So shout out to these special people. I think the first one, let's see, gefilte fish. Coach Boone, UCA. You try to get me there, Coach. You try to get me there. That was a fun one. I had no idea what gefilte fish was. It's like grounded up, boneless fish that they make it into patties and balls. It's super interesting. What was the next one? We had, if I wanted Waffle House, I would have gone to Waffle House. Or if I wanted waffles. First of all, I love waffles. Thank you, Katrin Asaf TV, for that one. The next one, punish them, from the Arkansas Punishers. I see what you did there. I love it. The next one, a weapon of mass destruction. Yes. DT Dem, my light. Great stuff. I love it. A weapon of mass destruction. That was fun to use. So good, it should be illegal. Thank you, Kane Feldis, for that one. Those are your words with friends. And we're almost done with the final score. Don't be sad. However, you're gonna want to stick around because we have a fantastic episode of In Depth with Graham Bensinger right after this. Hey, Graham, just tell us who we're talking about this week.
Hey, Troy. This week we spend 2 days in Portugal with Maya Gabeira. The legend surfed 2020's biggest wave and opens up about the crash that nearly took her life.
The only sensation I still had was hearing, because that's the last one you lose before dying.
Plus, how she's breaking gender barriers.
I had to really fight for what I believed.
And a lesson out on the water. All that's coming up next on In Depth right here on Fox 16.
I'm really looking forward to that because there is a great HBO documentary series out right now. It's called 100-Foot Wave, and she's on that. It's really, really cool. She's a fantastic athlete. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're all going to say goodbye here. Lane says goodbye. Chris says goodbye. Everybody in production also says goodbye. Thanks again for watching and hanging out with us. We'll see you next Sunday on The Final Score.